Hi, this video is for you that want to understand what astrology is. And so we're going to go into an introduction and then we're going to understand why we use astrology. And then we're going to talk about what is astrology. So the first thing I want to say is, hi, my name is Ev Zervadakis. I'm the founder of Holistic Healing Astrology. And what I do is I teach astrology and an astrology consultant. And a lot of the questions that have come through is, what is astrology? People don't have a clear understanding. And the other incident is the it's about the availability of astrology now versus many years ago. We didn't have access to astrology because it was so complicated. So let's start with the availability of astrology. Thanks to modern technology and computers, anyone could go online, put in their birth information accurately or erroneously because they're not astrologers, and they get this wheel. They get a natal chart, and then they don't know what to do with it. So they start piecemeal by piecemeal. So that's the first thing. They get a chart and it's open to the public. Well, this is do-it-yourself astrology. However, I'm not sure how accurate it is. So I'm here to help in any way that I can, because people don't understand why they would even need an astrologer to help them. What does astrology do other than it's a curiosity, but it's far more serious than a curiosity. So, do-it-yourself astrology is a concept that can be done, but you have to have the right teacher. And it takes a lot of dedication, time, and effort. So let's go back into history. Who used astrologers and when did astrology start? Astrology started over 5,000 years ago, Babylonian times, pre-religious times, all through religion, with Christianity, because guess who the astrologers were? They were monks. They were educated people all through history. You had to be smart to do astrology. Well, who were the clients of the astrologers? They were the rich, they were the aristocrats, they were the leaders of the people, emperors, kings, queens, all right? Then in modern times, presidents. So let's go back and understand why they used the astrologers. Well, because they wanted a heads up on the influences of the cosmic energies, because that's what astrology shows us, the influences, the energies. Let's face it, it's scientifically proven that the moon has an effect on the oceans, all the water on the planet. That's a big deal. And we're what, 3/4 water? So it does affect us. That's just one planet. What about the rest of the cosmos? All the asteroids, all the planets. Okay. So I want to break it down into bite-sized pieces so you get an understanding of what astrology is. So forgive me for looking down at my notes. I want to just stay on track. So why do we now in modern times want to use astrology? Well, number one, it's open to us. So number two, it's a self-help tool. It's a marvelous tool. It provides answers. What kind of answers? Any answers that you have. Because the astrology chart is nothing more than a contract between you and your soul. It's co-creation. That's what it is. So it's a personal development tool. If you want to improve your characteristics, you want to be a better person, astrology is all about it. We'll talk about how later. It's also a coaching tool. It helps you plan your future, plan your day, everything. It gives you It gives you understanding on different people and their makeup. So you're more tolerant, more tolerant on yourself and more tolerant on your loved ones. Okay. So it's tolerance. You work efficiently because you understand how you process, you understand what floats your boat, what makes you happy, and what you don't like, what you do like. And it's also it's a forecast. You could use it as a forecasting tool to see when the better times are to do, that's in the past, they used astrology to actually fight wars and win wars. So it's a pretty potent tool. And now we're going to talk about what is astrology? Exactly what is it? Because you might have your natal chart right in front of you with all those symbols and all these glyphs, and you don't know where to start. It looks like Chinese. A couple of my clients said, "What is this Chinese thing in a circle cut up in a pie?" So, what it is it's a a representation of the sky at the moment of your birth. When you took your first breath, it's a snapshot of the sky. So those planets are frozen solid, and that natal chart never changes. That is your chart. And we look at these symbols, and they're all different components of the chart, and then we translate it. So you can learn how to translate it too. Just takes a little time. So it's a symbolic language, okay, guys? And this symbolic language is for in a round circle, 360 degrees, and it's cut up into, divided into houses, into signs, okay? And then the planets are scattered according to the moment you were born on this circle. So then we start interpreting every component. There are like 4,000 plus bits of data, information that could be translated in one chart. So besides natal charts, there are different types of charts that we use for forecasting, predicting, etc. And we'll do that in another video because we want to keep this short. And if you have any questions, please either type it on the bottom or contact me, get on my website, call me up, email me, text me. I don't care. And by the way, I do TikTok videos every day because they're answers to questions that come through my desk. So if you're into astrology and you want more information from me personally, follow me on TikTok. Okay. And then if you don't have TikTok, I try to upload all the TikToks onto the YouTube channel under shorts. Okay. So it's a lot of work behind the scenes, but everyone really has a benefit right now in this time in history. It's the first time ever that the average person could have an astrology chart done. Before computers, we had to use slide rules, logarithms, and calculators and stuff like that. So now anyone could get their chart done. It's kind of difficult to get the interpretation right, but we're on the right track. And moving forward, I see astrology in everybody's homes. Everybody will know what astrology is starting in kindergarten because it's a huge awakening for us. So I'm sorry for the little diversion there, but astrology also has the divisions. There's 12 houses, and it starts at 9 o'clock on the wheel, and each house represents an area of your life. Then the 12 signs are in your chart. So just because your sun is in, let's say, Virgo, there's other stuff going on. Every other sign is in your chart too. So that's how we interpret the chart. We look at positioning and the planets. And then also we have where the planets are. And then lastly, how the planets relate geometrically. They have a relationship with each other or in significant points on the chart. Okay, if I'm moving too fast, I apologize. Shoot a little note on the bottom. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you know people that might be interested in hearing this information, go ahead and share it. I'd appreciate that. And if you want to check out the website, which is we're doing a new website, so it would be more user friendly. Just go on holistichealingastrology.com. So we deal with asteroids as well. So there's a lot to look at. That is basically what we covered. That astrology is a useful tool. It helps people understand who they are, helps them understand why they came to this earth plane, what lessons that they want to learn. And it also there's no bad astrology chart. Let's get that out out in the forefront. Astrology is nothing more than a useful tool. There is no bad sign. There's no bad chart. Yes, we might have Saturn in the first house, but it doesn't mean that you're negative all the time. It just might mean that you're a hard worker and you're cautious, but you may have had negative tendencies. You may have been a pessimist, but that doesn't mean you stay that way forever. The chart is what you chose, just like you chose your parents. That was a hard one for me. So I hope that you have a clearer understanding of what astrology is, where it came from. And until I see you the next time, thank you again for subscribing and keep those questions coming. Bye-bye.